they usually recently have been playing, and by recently, the last time that a game was recorded actually was the 30th of April. Yeah, so take that with a pinch of salt. But it was
last challenges, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. Astra, Cypher, Raze, Sage, and Sova, but this time leaning more into the Sky. I'm a fan of the doubling up the Sova and the Sky. I think it's super useful on this particular map. You also get the flashes out of it. Yeah, I'm down with that. You get the smokes as well from the Omen, which is something that Guild have been leaning into a lot more. They prefer to bring Omen for that rather than going into Astra, which is BDS's preference.
I mean, yeah, both teams going for different spins on the Korean meta with the double initiator in your Jet. You know, using that Skyer breach to open things up, and then the Jet just cleans up all the kills in the opening of the round. It's a very aggressive composition. I like it a lot. Shock Dart isn't going to find anybody on the Guild side. Ooh, it's going to find the wolf, though. Poor boy. Like a shot. Oh, no, Draken! Oh, the shot's through the wall. It's going to find Roden, and that's an opening pick, but they're actually not going to capitalize on that one. They're going to head over towards A while BDS are rotating, but the Owl Drone has been heard out there by Takas, and he's going to call back his players. Don't go anywhere. I need you. Stay back here. Oh, Leo's going to be found. Oh, and a shot onto Bonka, but he's going to head back around the corner now. They're actually staying away from that one after the Astra smokes come out. They're going to head towards Market now.
Very quick rotate coming out from BDS once again, but the Tailwind in actually doesn't lead to anything good. Drake and the next one to be taken down.
Yeah, that's painfully jumped, and the shot, obviously, when you're jumping, doesn't land, but... Well, in the end, Guild, they've taken a casualty, but they get on site and they're going to get the spike down now. BDS have to retake this one. 3 players are going to come in over towards B main here, B tunnels. 1 player over towards CT, so a little bit of a pincer maneuver, but how much of a pincer can you really do when the players are all the way over towards Boathouse? It's difficult. There's no quick entry onto site. They both have to go through these positions. The recon dart is going to find out Takas there. Those 1 is towards... main at the very least now. Bonkar, he's holding down Catwalk there. No. Nobody's going to be found out by that. They get back away. Akuma with 2 headshots immediately. There's only 2 players left. Safe and Bonkar trying to hold it down. It's just Bonkar now. He's on 7 HP. He's going to have to hold down the last player here. It's ring around the rosy. Oh, it's lovely. Look at that. Oh, the fake defuse coming out from Logan. But oh, there comes a shot in the end. And I think he just about gets that. Close. Oof.
Yeah, they got it. They got it.
Just about.
Well, obviously, I think part of how that worked for BDS is the fact that they had a very fast reaction defensively. You know, I like the approach Guild went for. You pick off 1 guy at B, it makes it so much easier for you to control mid, whether that's because you want to commute across to go to A or push up through mid-market, which is what they ended up deciding to do. It simply makes that job a lot easier because, well, after you've got that first kill, the other guy on B either has to decide whether to stay there or whether to go and hold defender spawn. So... much better, and you can see this defensive utility being placed across both sites and mid to make it a bit harder for Guild to do that.
Yeah, oh, so much damage from those shock darts is going to be done to the Guild players. The recon dart does not find anybody, though, but Roden, I mean, if he turns around the corner, he could just spray down the whole team. Not going to try that one out, though. They lost a lot of money on that last round because Guild took down 4 players. You know, Guild, they're bankrolling into the next round, and they're actually going to head out of B. Not going to recontest that one, but they just really want to take as many weapons out of the hands of BDS as possible at this point, so the safest option to do that going to be to head back towards A from their perspective.
I believe Takas brought the Marshal, so that's why you're seeing him hold, so yeah, there we go. Hold where he is in mid, looking down towards Catwalk, but of course no one on Guild got in the way of it, and they're all setting up to push here onto A.
The shot doesn't find out anybody, but out comes the fault line. It's going to stop the rest of the players from pushing in after Draken, but Draken's already made his way onto site. He's cleared it out a little bit. He's looking over towards Rafters for that first pick. One car's spraying down into the smoke. It's going to take down Hoppy now.
30 seconds
move
left.
round onto site. Takas, he's looking for that opening pick, but so many Guild players are just all the way in. He takes one down onto safe there, and the Paranoia is going to catch everybody, but they're safely under heaven now. And out comes a Hunter's Fury, actually, from under heaven. It's going to do absolutely no damage, but it keeps them away. Yassine takes one down. Roden and Takas with trades off, well, everywhere. They're going to be able to get this defuse started. I don't think they're going to finish it off. No? Oh, never mind. Well, I thought that, I really did think that Nano Storm was going to land somewhere useful, but in the end it didn't quite go far enough.
It was a really early Hunter's Fury as well.
Yeah.
And I could see, admire the attempt, because you could see the thought process. You want to stop the defenders pushing in through heaven. I think the Breach play was so pivotal for BDS then, because you had Breach over in Tree, where he is now. It's Hoppy taking up that mantle. And while, as you say, the Aftershock didn't do much, but the fault line did, it separated Draken from the rest of the team. It held everybody else back. It gave BDS time to rotate over and be able to deal with manpower, if nothing else.
Field are brought up into this round now, and they're going to head back towards A once again. Draken, he's running around into the smoke. He does get one pick. That's good enough. Akuma, he's going to take down the trade, but Leo is there for the second, and he's going to take down Tax as well. It's just Rodent up in rafters along with his teammate. But, I mean, they only have ghosts. And,
spike planted.
well, in the end, once again, it's that play style of take down as many weapons as possible. With all the weapons on the other side of this door, Rodent's going to try and break it down, but out comes that the Wolf is going to do a lot of concussion to him, and he's going to stay back around there. And got now a Spectre on that side, so the recon dart tries to find out one, and he's going to try and pick up a weapon, but he can't do it without getting through the smoke. It's a lovely placed smoke to stop him from getting that. Now Logan's going to have to back well out of here.
Good that Guild finally managed to put a round in, and even though it was an unfortunate start for Draken, who once again made that kind of peculiar decision to just step straight out of the smoke after tailwinding in when you're surrounded from either side. He was like looking over towards Tree, and I think they understood that there had been a threat from Tree last time because of the position of Hoppy, but there wasn't really much vigilance about who else was there and if he was going to be crossfired or caught out from behind.
Yeah.
But Guild still managed to get aggressive off the back of it, and they're going to have a full buy for this round. BDS not quite there. Again, they're leaning into the Guardian.
Here.
Something that we've seen them pick up a number of times. It's going to be Roden, who has shown his preference for playing long range.
Oh, well, now. Well, Guild, yeah, obviously didn't take too many casualties, so they'll get through onto this one with the full buy. Draken takes down Takas immediately over towards mid there. That's a lot of damage. But Roden, he's there for the trade. Leo takes down Akuma in the meantime, and Guild are kind of trying to take this hold of the round now. Oh my god, safe. He sprays down Roden just before he turns around the corner. Hoppy's there to take down Yassine, but he's down to 11 HP now. Just 2 players on the BDS side, and they're spread thin across the map. Like what was it they said in The Hobbit? Like not enough butter over toast or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I thought the Lord of the Rings books and movies were terrible, so
oh no.
I'm not even joking.
Well, that is a take. My lord.
Anyway, this is my last VCT broadcast.
Yeah, you've just been completely kept out of them by everybody now. Outlawed from the rest of the broadcasting. Well, now it's Logan holding down the site. Safe will take that one down, and they have full control of that. Just one player left on Guild to, well, not really do much. Just going to run back over towards A and save that weapon.
Yep. Again, it's not it's not a particularly exciting post plant. I always like it when you get the scrappy wars and everything, but
well, welcome to patch 3.0.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I get it, and it means that you have to play very tactically, which as a tactical shooter, I don't know if this is a bit of a spoiler, but it's kind of the point. So you appreciate it from that perspective, but of course it just means you have to wait for the fight and whatever else.
Hey, it means, well, to be fair, before this, Colors really did not get any time to talk. Now, you can keep showing off your lovely voice over and over again, more often now.
Thanks, I really appreciate that. I mean, I got a bit distracted talking about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, taking up all the time, making one of the boldest claims I've heard on a.
Listen, I forced myself to read The Fellowship of the Ring, and it took me such a long time because all that book is walking.
You make a very good point. It's exciting walking.
Is it?
Well, we're really getting into the thick of it now, so maybe we should talk about the game. How about that?
I would prefer that very much.
Yeah, well, Guild, I mean, they can still buy up into this one. Takas is going for an aggressive push with the Blade Storm here. Going to try and find that first pick, but the Hawk is going to flash him well out of there, and he's going to stay away. Nope, he's not staying away at all. Oh, Draken. Oh, no. From the side. He takes down the temple there. Logan takes a lot of damage and does take down Leo, but Safe is there for the trade eventually. Now, oh, Roden's taken down immediately as well. Oh, Poppy with the 3 down through 2 and takes down a 3rd as well. Back to a 2v1 now. And I mean, all ults are available, but that's actually massive for BDS. That was just in the blink of an eye. The round turned on its head.
BDS have done very well to maintain control of Cubby and Tree and haven't really had that threatened at all from Guild so far. And it's oftentimes agents like the Sky who would be used to try and aggress onto that. You clear out mid so that she can cross over. You send in the Trailblazer and, of course, use your guiding lights to flash them out and then should be able to clear. You know, you're relying on your Sky for your flashes in this composition that they have brought, and so far there hasn't been a ton of it that's been used. I mean, Safe is so used to playing on this more flank watch role. Cypher is an agent that they've really liked to bring on Ascent, so I would imagine that it's Safe who typically takes that up, and this is a bit new.
Yeah. Ouch. A 4K from Hoppy is going to completely reverse the momentum there now. Guild can only buy 4 weapons. I mean, they do have the Blade Storm ready, so that's not a problem, particularly, but losing that round was not in the, you know, that wasn't their plan whatsoever.
No, really?
Well, oh, wow, yeah, no, a figure of speech being a figure of speech, wow, oh my god. You're so quick with the really. I was expecting it, but it was so... Ouch, my feelings are hurt.
I was ready. Well, anyway, they've whipped out the Blade Storm, but it's not actually going to be used to aggress onto A. No one on the defensive side is actually holding particularly aggressively on A, and instead the stack from the attackers is all up on B. In goes the Trailblazer, and that's going to push Takas back. They do have the star ready to go.
Yeah, they've used a lockdown as well, and now that's going to send Takas right back towards CT where he came from. From the shadows, it's going to be used to get in towards site, get the spike down quickly, make sure nobody's sitting over there in Boathouse, but Roden has taken down Draken on the way through. Now the Hunter's Fury as well from Roden. It's going to catch out one, not going to quite find the kill. The door's been closed as well. Although the, I think you didn't quite see it there, but the aftershock there did do a little damage to Yassine before he got out of the way of that. Seekers are going to find a couple players, but I mean, they're holding on to this as quickly as they can here. Yassine does take down Hoppy now, and all the players left are in CT. Roden takes down one, but Blanco's there for the trade. Akuma's there for the trade in turn. Now 3 players left on the side of BDS. They need to retake this quickly, though. The lockdown comes out to try and push away the Guild players, but they're all the way through now. Oh, they've got control of sight in here now, and it's just Leo. He's coming in from behind, though. They don't know he's there. Takas is going to be taken down. Now it's 2 players left on the side of BDS, but Logan is good for that kill, and I think they take this. Yeah, okay, good. Whew. Close.
Cosmic Divide at the end. BDS really saw that as a round that was worth their investment. And I think when you consider the fact that neither one of these 2 teams had taken much of a lead so far, it means that you still have the precarious situation of the economy. So BDS needed to guarantee themselves a win for that round, to put themselves in a good place monetarily. Takas is going to be the one taking the operator, and it's unsurprising given that he's playing on the jet this time, but so far we've mostly seen Roden playing that weapon even when he was on Sova back in Haven.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, sometimes when you're not playing a jet, it is difficult to know exactly who should be given that operator, and a lot of the time at that point, just give it to the person who can use it best. But, yeah, BDS, they're going to head for the jet operator this time, the classic, El Clasico. That was the most English accent I've done on a Spanish word ever, and it hurt me physically.
El Clasico.
Anyway, El Clasico, nice one. Yes, I had a friend who from Milton Keynes, which is just the worst accent possible, and he in Spanish class would say everything. Me llamo. Oh god.
Ich bin is what we would have in German.
Oh god, yeah, the same thing in German. I mean, he just would never let go of his accent. Well, now. Terrible. Anyway, I'm glad I'm done with those times. God, listening to that last time in my life. Anyway, Gilda heading towards A. At this point, Yassine, he's going to take up the position over towards Gardens and try and push out the BDS players, though. Takas, he's going to try and come in massive with this operator over towards Rafters. Nobody's peeking him at this point. They do know that he's probably out there with that weapon, and Akuma, he's being pushed down here. He's going to go for the kill there. Oh, they're all flashed. And Akuma, he's going to take down 1 and 2 before Bonkar can get the trade, but he gets another onto Hoppy now, and it's even back up the score. Logan takes down Bonkar, Leo with the trade, Roden with the trade in turn. It's just Draken on the site with the Spectre. Again, the Cluedo reference at this point. Now, there's 2 players left. One on very low HP, one on about half. I wonder if we can spray this one down. No, Takas is good for the headshot in the end and finishes it out. Ooh, ouch. If that was the Vandal instead of the Spectre, you might have got that first kill, actually.
Akuma had no right to get those 2 kills. The way that the attackers had set themselves up, the where Logan was, and whoever else was in there, I don't know. There were a couple of them who were in there. The way that they had set themselves up should have absolutely pincered Akuma. Especially the fact that they used the guiding light as well. You know, they got the flash onto him. He wasn't fully flashed, but it doesn't really matter. He still walked out into tree.
Yep.
And they didn't. They didn't secure it. They didn't land it. That is a crazy, I don't want to say oversight, but just, it shouldn't have happened.
Oh, and they're trying to do it again. No, Akuma won't get the first pick this time, but Hoppy will spray down Draken and Leo. Draken does find 1 pick, though, which is nice for them on this eco round. They do definitely want to take some weapons out of the hands of the BDS side, and they've done that. At least 1. They can probably get that. Yeah, okay, Yassine has picked up that Vandal as well. Now Takas is trying to hold down mid with the operator. Oh, no! The first pick onto safe won't happen, but Roden will be there to clean that one up. There'll be scraps that were left behind. Hoppy gets his 3rd pick onto Yassine, and Roden will come through for that last one onto Bonkar. It was a free round for BDS, and they did well to only take down 1 casualty.
The 6-2 suddenly looks far more unnerving than the 4-2 that we had a little bit earlier. And if you think back to the round where I said BDS simply needed to get the win when they invested their Cosmic Divide because they wanted to push themselves forward and get out of the realm of potentially being overtaken, potentially losing their economy, that is simply not where they're at anymore. And Guild have brought up here, they've got an operator on their side too, but they have barely anything left after that.
Take flight.
Yeah, well, all they have left at this point is to try and make an attack formulation happen, which has just been difficult for them so far. The few times they've really made any plants happen are over towards B with numbers advantage. So with 2 rounds in hand, they have 2 ultimates available as well. They have their From the Shadows and their Hunter's Fury. So Takas, he's holding an aggressive angle over towards A long here, and the Paranoia has missed from mid there, but nobody's going for the peek yet. Yassine is just going for these shoulder peeks, trying to look to bait out that shot, see if anybody's there. But it's slow from Guild, and I think they've really had a lot of fear put into them by the BDS side at this point. Oh, Drake, and there he is with the first pick onto Logan. Through mid there with the operator. That's a good first pick to get as well, because it takes down the Sentinel on the side of BDS, which is going to open things up very nicely for them. No nano swarms available to try and hold down sites anymore. Hill comes up onto Draken as well, because he took a little shot there. The From the Shadows is going to be used into Boathouse, gives a little bit of information as to where the players on BDS are, but Leo will take down Akuma over there mid again. Hoppy, though, he's coming out massive with these spray downs. He takes down 2 there. Bonkar does get onto site, get the spike down after taking down Roden. That's all up to the last 2 players on the BDS side to retake this one.
Funnily enough, advantage. There's a nice kill from Drake, and straight onto Takas. They only have 1 more to worry about. It's Hoppy. He's right in the middle of the site.
Sat in hut here, looking for a pick. He's going to have to clear out pretty much every angle before he goes through here, and he knows that Draken is holding that angle, but he didn't know that Leo had come through to back him up, and that will take down that pick. Lovely, getting back in the game, taking back the momentum after those 4 rounds lost for them, and they're going to be able to buy up nicely into the next round once again, not taking too many casualties.
It was a really nice opening kill from Draken. I was concerned, actually, because they had not cleared mid at the point at which they decided to move into it, and I thought that it would be BDS to win that 1 versus 1 out, so for Draken to get it, that was really substantial. Also, the From the Shadows from Leo went over to Boathouse, came back to Catwalk, and when he returned to Catwalk, he could get a kill onto that 1 last player who was in mid without them knowing he was there. So it was just 2 very impactful kills that put Guild in a really advantageous position for that round.
2 shock darts aren't quite going to get any damage onto Yassine there, actually. I thought they were going to hit him, but not quite. He was on top of the box, and it blocked most of the damage from that one. Takas knows that Draken is sitting over there and calls it out to the
You
teammate.
should run.
But nobody's over towards Catwalk to get that pick. They're going to use that lockdown over towards B, try and push them out over either into Boathouse or into CT. Out they go. There goes Logan into CT now, joining up with Roden here. Out comes the Hunter's Fury, and that's going to try and keep them well out of there, but not going to find anybody quite yet. Oh, that's a lot of damage on the Nano Swarm, and Leo will take it down in the end because he can't move anywhere. Now Logan is holding down CT by himself. Guild have already got onto site now. Takas is over in market, looking for the first pick, but nobody's going to be found. The spike goes down now. Guild holding down the B site here, and they actually have nice positions too. They haven't taken any damage whatsoever at this point, so Draken can hold down B main. Bonkar with him. The rest of the players over towards Boathouse, holding down those two angles now, and Takas has made his way in. Draken will take down Hoppy. Leo onto Takas. Akuma pushing through, has taken a lot of damage through the wall. They're only on 17 HP, and Bonkar has the flank on him. There we go. He turns around the corner, jumping around with the knife out to try and get away from the Guild players, but Bonkar is in a good position to take that one down, and now
Caution here.
the last player on BDS going to have to save this.
Gun here.
You know, even though the buy of the last round was a risky one because of how little money they had left, it was clearly one that was very worth Guild investing in, because not only did they win the last round, but they've now won this one too. So they've held on to all of those weapons. They're gaining money. If you look at what they have available to them, the positions haven't necessarily switched because BDS aren't grasping at straws, but Guild are certainly ahead from that perspective. They're very close to the Blade Storm as well. So, I mean, Draken, he's keeping the operator, that's fine, but he will have that available if at any point he loses it, or they can't afford it at some point, or they want to be saving money, whatever it may be. That's great. BDS, Cosmic Divide, Hunter's Fury, once again, both good for denial, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them lean into either, because they've been a fan of that kind of play.
Yeah, at this point, any rounds you can get in this half are going to be very nice, but if you lose this round, you still have enough to buy up into the next one, so they could try and make that 7-5 happen no matter what happens this round. It's going to seem like a bit of a, you know, a more free round for Guild with the buy-ups that we see from BDS here. Takas is in a nice position. He could find an opening pick, but no, Leo, he's quick with the reactions. He'll find that pick, and now Hoppy is taken down as well. Yassine pushes through onto the site, gets that next one. Draken will take down Roden before he can get anywhere near the site, and it's just Akuma left. Has used the Cosmic Divide. They did commit that one here, and I mean, Safe is going to get the plant down. Akuma only has a ghost to push back into this. Going around the corner looking for that. Oh, blinded. As the Judge trying to look for that first headshot. Nope, Safe will find it first.
Yeah, it's just a momentum thing for Guild at this point.
Round in the half.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I might have a goldfish memory, but these rounds have all been onto B. So BDS haven't been able to suddenly change that. Now, the fact that they're setting up for A here, this could of course be a fake, and they could end up going back round. So you can't determine everything too much from the fact that they're all sat on A main right now. But if they do go to A, it could end up throwing BDS's expectations out the window. Maybe they're expecting them to switch, but it does suddenly change what they can expect.
That was a massive bolt, and actually did a lot of damage. Takas isn't going to push through. Oh no, he misses the first shot, and Safe is there for the trade now. And oh, Leo gets through and gets the first pick after that teleport there, and he's going to get a second onto Hoppy as well. It's given them full control of site. BDS immediately shut out of this round. They're going to try and shock dart anything they can on electric. It's actually going to do a lot of damage.
Revealing area.
He stops the plant on that one. He doesn't go for the second one. Expecting that second shock dart to come through, but Roden's going to take a lot of damage to the wall now. Looking for the first pick. He does find the first one onto Leo there, and he's going to... Well, he has not much HP, so he's going to have to back out a little bit here, but... I mean, they've got their grit back into the round at the very least. They can retake this one if they play it very well at this point. But Draken, there he is. He'll finish off Roden, and it's just Logan now coming around. Out comes the Trailblazer. He's going to find out exactly where he is, and out comes Yassine. Flash around the corner. Logan takes one down, but Safe is there for the trade, and it's a 6-6 half. I think that favors Guild very slightly.
It's certainly not a scoreline that I would be crying over if I were Guild, knowing how far behind you were previously.
Yep.
Losing Takas really early in that round certainly hurt. And again, it kind of comes into question. We've seen Roden play so well on the operator. And of course, Takas is playing the better role for it in this game. But I don't think he's been playing it better. In fact, look, 4 and 10 for Takas, this is the guy who we've seen pop off on Reyna, especially if he's got something like a Vandal in his hands. And it's been Roden who, even when he was on Sova and Haven, played very well with the Operator. You can kind of tell that the way they were playing it in that first half, it did not suit the playstyle of those two players. Now they're on the attack, it's probably not going to be as relevant because BDS don't lean into the ult quite as much on attack. Could find themselves getting flanked here as the turret is taking ground from Tiles.
Both players blind over on B. Takas will eventually finish it off, but that's a lot of damage done, and you've seen his in Heart. He'll do so much damage. He takes down one, but he has to reload. Logan will finish it off. He's on low HP though. 2 players left on the guild side. Leo will take down Takas now. They're going to try and retake this. Akuma's good for the headshot, so Safe takes down that trade now, and it's just Logan on such low HP with no utility to speak of, and well, Safe. I mean, Logan's looking the wrong way. They'll finish that, and ooh, a hard-fought round, but they take it in the end, and coming in with the advantage on this second half.
I feel like I've said this before, but I was going to say nice and scrappy, just as all pistol rounds should be. But I feel like I said that on Friday. Not, I haven't said it today.
Oh, no, yeah, you said it. You said it last
on
time,
Friday.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in the closed calls I said it, but it's true. I mean it.
No, it is true.
But,
yeah.
as you say, it puts guild ahead. Draken, all right, he's picked up a ghost. I was gonna say, you're gonna stick with the classic, my dude, because everyone else is on Team Spectre.
Looks like he's saving up for an operator though.
Yeah. So, but still a classic.
Well, yeah.
But it's okay. He got a ghost. We're fine.
Yeah, he's got a ghost. See how much he can do with it. I'm interested to see. The fault line comes out over towards Catwalk, and it's going to give BDS the opportunity to move in this side. Well, guiding light doesn't really flash any of them. It was a hopeful one over the top of a main there, but the smoke is just going to keep them well out of there. Leo has brought up a lot of utility into this round, as well as that Spectre. So it's going to keep BDS well away. And they're going to take their time and head back towards B, it looks like. Holding their flanks, being very careful about everything, but slowing back down in the mid-round.
BDS's patience is something that we've noted a couple of times. They also like to sometimes come in from 2 different angles. It's something they really liked to do on Bind and initiate with both the Sova and the Breach at the same time. It's a bit harder because of the geometry of this map. If they want to be attacking onto B, they kind of have to come from the same way.
Yep. And the turret is going to find out exactly where they are, which means that Guild can start that rotation happening. Nobody on site is actually probably a good thing for them. Rotating is going, retaking, sorry, is going to be probably more favorable than trying to hold it back down while 5 players rush you down. So they can push into this one all together. Draken is going to take up the first position with the Ghost. Doesn't matter too much if he dies immediately, so they come around. He's actually going to find the first pick onto Roden. He takes a second onto Akuma. Safe and Leo take more down. Logan, he's going to find 2 picks, but no, Yassine will finish it off in the end, and it's a good retake from Gil.
It was really nice openings from Gil when they actually pushed round, because they all came together. They could all kind of focus on a different head. So even though all of the attackers were set up to hold those angles, if you are all being targeted simultaneously, it's very hard to achieve much out of that. BDS to be coming in with full weapons, and there you go. Draken has finally afforded the operator that he was lusting after. Meanwhile, everybody else is going to hold on to what they had previously, the Spectres for the rest of the team.
Here.
But judging how we saw Draken play with the operator on the previous half, doesn't really surprise me that that's what they're prioritizing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Does pose an interesting circumstance here where Draken is going to have to play very reservedly, otherwise you're giving away that operator essentially to the BDS side. No, it doesn't matter. He'll take the first pick onto Takas, and he's overwatching this A site here. Flash comes through, but he uses the dash to get well away. He doesn't take a single point of damage. It gives him control of the site, but again, Guild, they want to play this retake. It's a good strat here on Ascent, so they're just going to group back up. Draken's found another pick onto Logan here. Leo finds Roden as well here. Draken, he's spraying more down, but he'll get taken down in the end, but the operator is going to be saved with 3 players left alive for Guild at the end of the round. They actually get their 3rd round in the half. Massive.
Thanks.
It's a shame for BDS that the lockdown didn't really bring about what it was they wanted.
Yeah.
Wasted a bit of time, but it didn't actually deny control of Heaven, because there was no real push up to maintain that control. I think that's one of the things you have to remember with the lockdown as well, is while you can push people out of a position temporarily, unless you make the active effort to take that position yourself, they can regain it. And if you're talking about a post-plant situation, regaining that position could be the difference between winning or losing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly. But at this point, they've lost 7 rounds in a row. And even though the momentum reset from halftime happened, Guild have been looking fearsome in this one. And now Drake, and I mean, he still has that operator. The rest of his team has been able to buy up. They still have money in the bank as well now. BDS only have 1 ult to work with. They can't buy up into this next round. They're going to have to save up for the next one or try and half buy into this one. So they're taking a timeout to rethink their strategy. And ouch. I mean, it's not a good position for them to be in, especially on the attacking side of Ascent.
I mean, think about how well they did back on Icebox. And they kept Haven as a really tight game as well. 13-11, they nearly took it to overtime. And now BDS is suddenly in quite a tough position. You know, for a lot of this series, it looked like it's them on top. Now, remember, of course, we're in a double elimination bracket. So a loss here is not the end of the road.
Yeah. Does mean you're going to be coming up against the loser of the other game, which would be FTX or...
Liquid. Oh.
Yeah, the Twitch's side. Leo is just spraying down in A. Oh no, Tackers can't find the kill either. So all the players are left alive. Safe has found Hoffy in the meantime, and it's just Roden and Logan over towards... I mean, A long here, and Logan, not surprised he picks up the Marshal because it gets rid of your crosshair. So we can actually see now. Oh, ow. He's going to take a little damage to the shoulder peak. He finds a shot. Oh, what is that, Logan? What?
Placing swarm
I
grenade.
don't know whether that's because we're watching this in 30 FPS, but I did not see where he shot there. He somehow found the body of Logan, though, finished that one off, and... well, that's a pick, at least. That's good.
It's a start. They still run the risk of A being flanked, B being gunned down here, or C simply not being able to push into the site. He's looking for the picks because they want the opening. But no one from Guild is showing themselves.
Yeah. Well, they don't need to. At this point, they've got so much money in the bank, they can do whatever they want. They're not actually pushing with it. Getting ego there, but safe. He has a nice angle to take down Roden. It's just Logan left alive on 36 HP. He's looking for another wonder shot, but he can't find it quite yet. 10 HP at this point. Turning back around, Draken. Oof, ouch. Finish him off with the operator. 10-6 now to Guild.
It's like, we're going to show you what the superior sniper is. We see your little Marshall shots.
Look at you. Go on. This is very impressive. I'm not sure if they even saw it on TikTok. Haribo, our observer.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Haribo, our observer, who is obviously watching it in-game, he didn't see it at his frame rate either, so... just unbelievable flicks. It is what it is. just casual, you know, bringing it out. And yeah, you gotta, you know... assert your dominance one way or another, even if you're not winning in the game. Oh, there we go. That Tackers asserts his dominance over Leo, finding that headshot immediately. That's a nice first opening pick here. You've seen he's pushed all the way up in mid, and he's... that first one, yeah, he will get the trade onto Tackers there. There's a swarm grenade down to make sure nobody pushes him out of the position, and the rest of the players are heading over towards B now.
Flash out.
Push in through the main, the owl drone going in to try and provide some intel as these 3 defenders stack up on Fruit Market. There's the first from Draken.
Man, he's just so warmed up at this point. He's not missing shots. I think I've only seen him miss 1 shot in the last 3 rounds at this point, and it was against 2 players who were saving, well, not saving, but looking for exit frags over towards A long. But Seekers are going to be used from Guild here. They're not quite sure that they can get fully into this round without them, so they go use that. The Blade Storm has also been used for Drake, and he's going to not quite use them to full effect. What's happened? BDS have just sprayed down the Guild side. It's just you've seen here. He'll take the headshot onto Akuma, but there's 1 player left on the BDS side, and he'll spray him down. Roden finishes it out, and somehow they've taken that round out of the jaws of defeat.
Around for BDS! It's been a while. It's been a while.
It really has.
Yeah, and you know, good for them. They have not dented the economy of Guild enough to remove the looming threat, but they have a lot of ultimates to work with. They've got all of their Vandals still. A little bit weak in terms of the armor, but it is a payoff, I guess. Look how stacked up on mid Gilda. They know that BDS like to push this way.
Ooh, Draken misses the shot by about half a second there. Unlucky, but I mean, they haven't given away any positional advantage, so at this point, BDS are just trying to, you know, get mid control, give themselves options moving into this round. Now, they've got their claws firmly grasped into this game at this point. They just need to pull down on it. Oh, Draken looking for the lineup, but Takas, he'll take him down with the headshot. Safe though, he's holding down Garden. He'll get the trade onto Takas. Loses one more on Hoppy, and he'll get that second headshot too. Now, Guild, they're holding down A at this point, and BDS, they've had a difficult time getting in through short, so they're going to have to come in through long. But Leo, he's there with 2 headshots. He's looking for the third one, but Safe is there to finish it off. It's a full house from Guild, the 3 and the 2.
Hi, Sky. Oh. Leo and Safe have actually had some really good rounds today, being the final kills. It looked like it was going pretty well for BDS, and one thing that I certainly would like to point out is, even though they didn't take that round, the last couple of rounds I feel that have really corroborated the point that I made about Takas doing better on the Vandal. Like, that's the weapon he likes to play, and I know it's attack, and I know that not everyone likes to play the operator here, but he's been doing good on it.
Ooh. Trailblazer and the Paranoia, they're gonna slow down BDS coming into this one. They know, Guild, that Takas has used that Blade Storm. Out comes the Aldrone to try and find players, but again, BDS... Oh, Guild, no! Oh my god, Leo just sprays down Hoppy through the smoke there. Takas can't quite find the first headshot. It was so close, but he got blinded, and that stops him from getting that one. Yassine will take down the Blade Storm now, and BDS, I mean, they've got control of sight, but Guild are playing for a retake at this point, so it doesn't matter to them whatsoever. Yassine will take his second headshot down. Roden will finish off that with a trade, but Bonkar is there with a trade in turn, and it's just Logan under heaven now looking for his first pick. No, Bonkar finishes it off. It's now, well, 12 rounds on the side of Guild. That's... it's gotta be painful now for BDS.
They are at that point. You need 5 rounds in a row to even take this to overtime, and BDS have barely been able to string 2 rounds in a row. So it's hard. Plus they're going for the Force. They've got what, 750 credits remaining after this. So meanwhile you look at the side of Guild, nearly 7,000 just on Leo.
Everywhere.
It's the 1% is how it is. Well, I mean, they're going to head over towards A. The fault line does catch out one player, but, I mean, Guild aren't playing aggressively at this point. They know they can play it however they want, and they'll still have money in the bank. So, BDS, they're going to have to do all the work pushing into sight here. Get the Aldrone through. It's not actually going to find any information. Safe takes it down pretty much immediately before it can find anybody. Out comes the Rolling Thunder from BDS. Try and push back the Guild players. Safe is massive with the spray down though. Takes down Akuma and Roden both with headshots. He's found his third. Looking for his fourth, but Logan, he'll shut it down in the end, but it's now just Logan. A 1v3 to try and finish out this game. He puts down the lockdown to try and keep them well away, but it's not going to happen. Draken will finish it out. 13-7 now. Guild take the series 2-1.
Oh, what a beautiful way to do it as well. Those 3 kills. Oh my goodness. Really good use of the guiding light as well to basically throw the stun back in the faces of the attackers who use the Rolling Thunder, and to secure 3 kills from it. You just entirely prevent the attackers from moving in. And great scoreboard as well. Leo sat at the top, that young gunner who has been a really hot topic of conversation, not just today between us, Twiggy, but overall, I think, for Guild, who I suppose you could argue have made roster changes lately if you count the Draken thing, but looking very, very comfortable together.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they really tied it together in the end there. I mean, it wasn't... I mean, to start with, a 6-2 scoreline wasn't looking that great for them, but Guild, I mean, they really just pulled themselves up by the bootstraps, made it all happen, and that play from Safe at the end there, all the plays throughout from Drake and from Leo, everything just was working like a well-oiled machine there from Guild, and I think that really made the difference, especially on Ascent, where team plays really do matter in the end. The way they played retakes was really, really effective against the BDS side, and I mean, they're going to be moving forward into the second round of the upper bracket. Meanwhile, BDS are going to be coming up against the loser of the match that's coming up second on the other stream. Is what they're going to be coming up against. So, I mean, I think
Oh, what a way
Liquid
to put
versus
it.
Fnatic is still going on right now. Yeah, no, it's a weird. It happens so interesting. I actually got the like predictions wrong because I thought that they moved down into the same thing, but that doesn't really make any much sense in the end. So, well, Guild, incredibly well done. BDS, unfortunately, you're going to be moving down, but you can still fight your way back up through that bracket now. That's going to be it from us. We're going to head off into a break until the next match, which is, I can't quite remember what the next match is, but it's not going to be us casting it. Rixgy are going to be playing on Ascent first on that one, I think. So
It's Ascend versus
Ascend.
Rix
Oh
GG.
no, why did I say Ascent? What? It's been a long series, Gio. It's been a long series. It is what it is. Anyway, but that's not going to be casted by us. It's going to be casted by Zescht and Lothar, I think.
Lothar.
So, yeah. We'll see you probably on another day at another time. Our paths will cross eventually, but for us, that's going to be it for today. So, we're going to head to a break. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.